everybody. It is Saturday, December 12th, 2020, and it is a really powerful and beautiful day. I have put some posts up on the feed for my Instagram and Twitter in regards to the sun in Sagittarius, the moon in Scorpio, and today's being 12/12. So it's a really powerful day. And also today is the last pre-ordered scheduled sale for all Mojo envelopes, the transformation pendant, the lots of love pendant, and the double A pendant. For more information, you can go to my Instagram, the IGTV episodes, to get detailed information on that, or go under the highlights under Mojo envelopes for them and the pendants. And this is going to be the last sale of 2020. It is today, 12/12 at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But let's get into the card of the day. The card of the day is a focus of intention for the next 24 to 48 hours. As you guys know, I don't ever work on Sundays. Sundays is my day of rest. It is my Sabbath. It's the day that I must attain to any spiritual obligations that I must be doing as directed by my elders, or stay my ass home as directed by spirit, or my own higher self be like, girl, it's time to take a break. So you guys will not probably see me until Monday or Tuesday if I'm led to do so. Remember, lately I've just been feeling more in my power in order to honor my body, to honor my mind, to honor my spirit. And if I don't feel that it's necessary for me to do the card of the day, then I won't be doing the card of the day. It's not that I don't want to be here with y'all, but I have to be able to replenish my energy, because this is an exchange that I give out to the community, and it is a free exchange. I don't get anything back in return, like financially, like as I would with the service, because everything does have a karma exchange, and I do have to replenish those energies. So if I can't, here we go. If I can't get to this, it's not that I don't want to, it's just that my energy is being depleted, and I have to really honor my body, honor my spirit, honor my mind, and so on and so forth. So we have a couple of cards that did fall out, and it makes a lot of sense. Wow, ancestors are stepping through. And it's funny, I'm wearing all my ancestor jewelry. And so we have the ancestors of boundaries, the ancestor of protection, and the ancestor of tribes, all coming from the Shamans Oracle deck. So we have a 333 today, again being a very powerful day. 12/12/12, you know, hello, 12. So we have the ancestor of boundaries first, then we have the ancestor of protection next, and the ancestor of tribes. So obviously the ancestral realm is stepping up really forceful, especially today, because today is a huge portal of the 1 and the 2, the 1 representing the masculine, the 2 representing the feminine. And I'm not talking about your genders. I'm not talking about if you identify with a gender. I'm talking about your energy. Just like every human being carries masculine and feminine DNA or hormones in their system, you also carry masculine and feminine energy in your physical body, in this carbon-based DNA that we are here in this human realm. So let's see what the ancestors have to say. Let's start with the ancestors of boundaries, because as you know, boundaries are my favorite fucking thing. I love boundaries. Boundaries are powerful. Boundaries are amazing. Boundaries keep my peace, honestly. So, ancestor of boundaries. Here we go. And it says, I am the ancestor of boundaries. I help you to recognize the places where you must not venture, as well as those where you can draw upon your full strength. The places you must guard. I can give you the energy you need to break free from restraint and run alongside me on the winds of change. When you stand on the spot where the road stretches into other lands and you require the strength to move forward, look for me and I will carry you onward for as long as you need. The ancestor of boundaries. The great bull, or an auroch, is one of the most powerful depictions of raw energy to be found anywhere in cave art. To stand in its presence is virtually to hear its great bellowing voice and to feel its warm breath on your face. The ancestor of boundary represents the need to acknowledge and understand your limitation, and boundaries can protect as much as they can constrain. And this spirit guide helps us to recognize the essential truth of any boundary we encounter, and to understand whether our need is to remain within its protective cordon or find the strength to break free. Interpretation. Human strength and courage. Resolve. Recognizing your own boundaries and those of others. Protecting your own space. Acknowledging your areas of strength. So right then and there, the ancestors saying, you need to step up and you need to start taking care of you. You need to start making sure that you are protected. And you have to make sure the only way that we can get you going is making sure you establish your boundaries. Boundaries are not a bad thing. Boundaries is going to be your reason for living. Honestly, I think I mentioned this yesterday as well. You know, you can't expect people to constantly listen to what you're doing if you go back on your word or always fall back into the same behaviors, and you keep allowing people to come back into your life and keep allowing people to talk to you type of way. Set those boundaries. This is confirmation from yesterday's card of the day. Set those boundaries and do it now. After you have the ancestors of boundaries, you have the ancestor of protection. And the ancestor of protection says, I am the ancestor of protection. I guard the spirit of the one who invokes my power, keeping him or her true to their innate sense of being. I bring strength and energy to those who call upon me and guide them to find a safe harbor for their journey. I stand as a primal ancestor and companion on the hardest path you travel. As you embark on any new enterprise, I will stay beside you and protect you from the assaults or opponents of detractors. So the ancestor of protection. Here is the spirit of the mountain lion, who is shown with a second almost hidden presence at its side. This represents the idea of a protecting spirit watching over another being. The role of the ancestor of protection is to stand beside us and to act in our defense. For the shamans of a tribal community, it was a matter of course to recognize all animals as spiritual ancestors who embodied the essence of their forebears. Here, the ancestor of protection guards that essence within you, guiding you to remain true to your chosen path. Interpretations. Strength, guardianship, fearlessness, the ability to help others. The feeling of protectedness, one who walks at your side in times of need. So I love the fact that they're saying, number one, set those boundaries. Number two, you're protected no matter what, but you also have to be able to call upon your ancestors, call upon your animal guides, call upon your spirit guides, call upon your masters, your teachers, your loved ones. Even if you don't resonate with animal medicine or the indigenous ways as I do, you must maintain your connection and build that relationship with the invisible realm, with the universe, with the stars, the sun. If you believe in science, if you believe in the universe, if you believe in the planets, if you believe in the binary code, if you believe in the power animals, the saints, the Orishas, the Loas. I don't care if you believe in the almighty pineapple, if you believe in nothing, whatever that is for you, you need to start believing and building up your strength. First, you have to want to get this done. First, you have to establish the boundaries, because they can't come in and protect you and enforce these boundaries without you making that choice. And once you realize that you are protected, that you're never alone, that you're always guided, that you're always being held, that you're always being protected, that you're always being connected in every way in the human realm and the spiritual realm, then we have the ancestor of tribes. And the ancestor of tribes says, let's see. Here we go. It says, I am the ancestors of tribes. I come to you in times of need to offer the collective support of the tribe. I may come as a friend, as a family member, or as a stranger who extends a helping hand. No matter what your goal or what stage you have reached of your journey, I am there to bring the strength of many to bolster and support you. Look for me in times of greatest trouble and acknowledge my presence in whatever it comes. The ancestors of tribes. The tribe is the oldest form of a family. Tribes brought mutual support to those who would otherwise have lived alone and suffered as a consequence. In our own time, the support network of family and friends is still as important as it ever was. The ancestor of tribes is here to remind us of the power and resilience of tribal support, which is available to us, whether or not we acknowledge the fact. Understanding the tribe can be an important part of discovering our own place in the wider scheme of things. And to forget this connection is to forget who we really are. Interpretations. Support and help without ties. Recognition from one's peers. Acknowledging the family. Unity within the group. And end to isolation. Even if you feel distracted, even if you feel disconnected from people in your own group, family, or organization, whether that's your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your cousins, your grandparents, your children, your partners, your spouse, your lover, whatever that is, if you don't feel connected, you are always connected to other people of like mind and like spirit. But like I've been saying for the last several days, you keep holding on to things that do not serve you. Why are you holding on to situations and being a part of a tribe that doesn't recognize your strength, your spirit, your love, your resistance, and what you have to offer? They overlook you. They don't hear you. You give and give and give. They don't give you the same in return. I've been speaking this message all week through the card of the day. And if you're not getting it now, I don't know what else to tell you. You cannot be part of something bigger when you're holding on to something that does not recognize your worth. But again, it is your choice. It is, again, you have to make that choice and set those boundaries in order to enforce your protection, in order to be included in a tribe of like mind and like spirits, to allow you to catapult to the next level, to the next phase, to the next chapter of the life that you're looking so hard to seek. Because I see so many of you looking, Oh, I want to grow, but you don't want to go through the work. You don't want to go through the pain. You don't want to go through the point that you have to make these decisions. You have to make the decision. You have to set the boundaries. It is all up to you. This is a free will zone universe. They can't get involved unless you ask for help, and you have to be bold enough and have courage and have strength to step up and say, I will no longer tolerate this. I am now living for me. I am now the #1 priority in my life. Everyone who's connected to me will benefit from me being at full capacity when my cup is full, not when I'm depleted, not doing things of the old ways, not doing things of generational curses that do not fit me, that do not serve me, that do not help me in any way, shape, or form. But you have to start by #1, set those boundaries. When you do, you enforce the protection. And #3, you're always connected to a tribe. Or did you forget who the fuck you are? You have the oldest being, essence, stardust, energy, creation, DNA running through this course of this human life. So again, remember, you are a spiritual being having a human experience. Do not lose your humanity. Do not lose your spirituality. Do not lose your mind. Do not lose your emotions. Balance it all together. But it starts with you. You have to want the change. And then if you want the change, then you be the change. Then you can enforce those boundaries, get more even protected because you already are protected. And then click and connect with people of like mind and like spirit. But in order for you to grow, you gotta let some things go. In order for you to elevate, you have to separate. I hope I help. I hope I put some things in perspective. I'll see you guys in a couple of days. And if you'd like to work with me, please follow your intuition working with any spiritual advisor. Even that means you do not work with me. Your intuition will guide you to who, what, when, where, and how to work with those spiritual advisors, practitioners, healers, shamans, whatever label they do have. At this time, I am booking for services in mid to late January 2021. The Almighty Pineapple LLC is trademarked, copyright, and registered with the United States government in several different classifications. Any duplication of my content without my permission is subject to legal recourse. So I wouldn't do that. Make sure you ask. You can always send an email. You can always reach me and get more detailed information by following my insights page on Readings by Vida on Twitter and Instagram, my products page on Instagram at the Almighty Pineapple LLC, and also I do have a TikTok at Readings by Vida. But always, you can always find all the info of all the products, all the services. My family and I create and curate over 250 products of spiritual products on thealmightypineapple.com. Thanks so much. Thank you for fucking with me. Thank you for liking, supporting, and commenting on my videos. Thank you for sharing this video with someone who you feel is going to resonate with. And I love you all, and I'll see y'all later.